Incrociatore nemico distrutto.
Hello and welcome. Apparently it's going Rome. Therefore we're playing the Tier 8 Italian battleship Roma. Congratulations to Italy for winning the Euro Cup yesterday. And this is a match that I played on the stream yesterday. I know, I actually streamed. Crazy, huh? It's a Tier 10 battle with Tier 10 aircraft carriers, so it's a perfect match to be in with a Tier 8 division, right? Particularly being in something like the Roma, but we'll hopefully try to do our best. It's a match on shards, again, somehow. And, well, since we spawned near the sea cap, that's exactly where we went towards. Oh, an Östergötland, and I suppose we got one over pen. Somebody else probably got far more, but I did my part, or at least tried to. As the Roma, you have pretty good guns in terms of their speed, firepower, but their dispersion is pretty lackluster. The armor on the ship is alright, but you do have to be careful with showing broadside because you can be citadeled when that happens. She's fairly stealthy at 11.7 kilometers, actually really stealthy for a battleship. And yeah, other than that she's fairly standard. She has 380mm caliber guns, which means that you can be in trouble against certain cruisers when they point their bow towards you. But you can more or less deal with that. I wouldn't say Roma is a great ship. She's alright at Tier 8, but definitely there are better Tier 8 battleships, such as the Massachusetts, or Alabama, or North Carolina. Well, I guess probably better. Massachusetts definitely is, though. But Roma can get salvos like that one, 10,000 damage. It's pretty crazy. I did get surprised by some of the very big salvos I got. As you saw at the start of the video, I actually dev-struck a cruiser, but I'm talking like without citadels. I've had some pretty big salvos. Wait, what is that Mainz doing? Why is she reversing like that in front of battleships and stuff? Okay, I mean, that's just basically free 9k damage. And that Mainz is gonna go down. There's really no reason for me to move. Oh boy, they have two Z-52s. We have an Elbing and a Harugumo for that though, so it's not necessarily a bad trade. Okay, so the Mainz was taken care of. The Östergötland is not in the cap anymore. The Alaska and the Wujing is basically an Alsace. They are both out of range. I do have a scout plane which I could use, but right now I'm just gonna reverse a little bit. Oh, a Massachusetts. Okay. Is my kid gonna go and fight the Massachusetts? Is Jonas gonna go die to a battleship again? I guess we'll find out soon. But we should try to get the sea cap. Sadly, kid is busy with other stuff at the moment. Then again, I suppose... Oh, Östergötland is in the sea cap now. We have a radar over here, the Missouri, but I don't know if she actually has one, or whether she is actually in range. But we could potentially contest the sea cap. Then again, right now it would be pointless to radar, because I think the only thing that could fire into that cap is the Bismarck. But maybe soon. Maybe soon. Okay, so Jonas did not die to the Massachusetts. Hopefully he'll hit at least one torpedo. Because it's kind of difficult to... Okay, yeah, that was actually one torp hit. It's kind of difficult to torp rush somebody in the kid because you only have one set of torps. It's probably not a good idea, but then again, it's a Tier 10 battle and we're Tier 8. So it's not exactly an enjoyable match to start out with. Okay, so... Yes, the Östergötland is still in sea. She's gonna leave soon though, because they got the cap. Which is really surprising because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships over here, and a sixth one is actually coming. Not only that, the CV also flew over this area a little while ago, so some crazy stuff is happening here. But I'm gonna take the risk and I'm gonna just sail into it and probably end up fighting the Östergötland. The Massachusetts is close, which is a bit of a problem, but the Alsace or the Wujing is far away enough that I don't really have to worry too much about her. The main issue is Östergötland torpedoes. They shouldn't be able to take me out in one go though. But yeah, Massachusetts showing broadside to her would be a problem, but she is getting further and further, so maybe it'll be alright. There's another reason for slowing down here. I was hoping that the Östergötland had preemptively launched torps as I was coming around the island, which would lead potentially to the situation where the torps all miss, and then I can just go forward and not have to worry about... Wait, what's going on there? Look at the minimap. Look at where our Elbing is, with 3000 HP, and there's a Z-52 there. And that's 1 square away from the Hakuryu, and we don't have an Elbing anymore, meaning that there's basically nothing defending the CV at the moment. And there's a DD bearing down on her position. Oh boy, this is gonna be... Oh, by the way, there's a second destroyer somewhere over there too. An Östergötland, right? We haven't seen her in a long time. I guess we'll just go forward now. Okay, Östergötland torpedoes passed. We are completely safe now. Okay, maybe not completely safe, but fairly safe. And we should be able to enter the sea cap. My plan is to try to intercept that Z-52. Because if that Z-52 gets our Hakuryu, this game is over. The sea cap doesn't even matter that much compared to keeping the CV alive here. So I'm just gonna turn and go straight towards the battleship, or the destroyer. I won't care about the cap anymore. The good thing is, we can take the cap, which means that... Hopefully somebody else takes the cap though. We can take the cap though, which means that there's no destroyer in it anymore. Considering where the Östergötland was, chances are that even if she had torpedoes available, she wouldn't have been able to hit me anymore. The angle wouldn't be good enough to fire torps where I am anymore, so I am definitely safe even if she somehow managed to still have torps, which I'm pretty sure she couldn't have had, because she just launched 2 of them. And we should be able to take a shot here too, if we spot her of course, and have no risk with this. Okay, she appeared again away from the island, but that's alright. Oh wow, 5 shell hits, that's 6000 damage. Nice. Now I'm in a bit of a tricky situation though. See, there's a smoke screen in front of me, you can see that. There are potentially torpedoes heading from that direction towards my ship. Now, there's a second problem though. I need to get to that smoke screen to be able to fight the Z-52. But a third problem appears, because there is an Östergötland on my side, which means that she probably launches torpedoes as well. So I'm in a tricky situation. I have to slow down here for a little bit. Hopefully the Östergötland preemptively launch torps and they will miss, but I can't know that for certain. Okay, I'm spotted again. Well, in that case... Oh, there's the Z-52. No Östergötland though. Where is she? Well, I can't stay here. I have to keep moving, because otherwise we're never gonna get that Z-52. Or at least I won't be able to properly... Oh! Hello Östergötland! Okay, now I'm in a truly tricky situation. Even standing still won't keep me safe. Okay, I'm gonna head in that direction, because I'm worried about torps from there and torps from there. So, obviously you point your bow in the diagonal way. And hey, there's the Östergötland torps and the Z-52 torps at the same time. We're gonna eat one of the torps, but that's alright. Considering 2 destroyers launched torps on me at the same time, I'm gonna be fine by eating only one of them, and that's on my torpedo belt too. Sadly my salvo missed, but it's alright, because now the Östergötland has been taken care of and the Z-52 doesn't have any torpedoes anymore. Which means that I can safely keep getting closer and closer to her, and hopefully get some decent salvos off, because it appears that she's surviving quite fine even now while being under fire from a Goliath. Okay, 2 more shells, good. Come on, she's down to 4k. Oh, come on! She got a smoke screen off. Now this means that she can just sit there and wait for torpedoes to reload and then harass one of us again. But I think at least our CV should be safe now. The destroyers didn't manage to break through far enough to actually threaten the CV, although the CV has taken some damage. But that's okay. Oh, Oh! Oh! I didn't actually realize it as I was playing, but the Goliath actually torpedoed the Z-52. I was still under the impression until now that the Z-52 was alive. But that was some pretty good torpedoing by the Goliath. That guy really has been keeping the CV alive. And this Z-52 actually got another set of torps off, but luckily I was going in at an angle which made it difficult for her to torp me. So now the question is, what do I do? And I think I have to actually kite backwards. Because again, I am a tier 8 battleship. That's a tier 10 heavy cruiser. That's a tier 8 heavy cruiser. That's a tier... Wait, is that a Ron? Well, they have a tier 10 battleship there too. Sorry, it's an Odin, my bad. I couldn't read for when the two names were overlapping. So, tier 8 battleship, tier 10 battleship, tier 10 heavy cruiser, tier 8 heavy cruiser. Yeah, I'm gonna kite backwards. This isn't a fight I am comfortable fighting. But I'm definitely gonna take my shots though. And I think Hindenburg is going to be the priority target because, well, she's being engaged by multiple ships. Which means that she has a much higher chance of actually being taken out rather than Tone being able to disengage and then potentially heal. And yes, it's Tone, not Tone. Oh god, look at the HP the Hakuryu has, 13,000. That's... I have to go and push closer to the Hindenburg, because we need to take care of that Hindenburg as quickly as possible. Even then it might be too late already. There's another problem too. We're 300 points behind. While we do have a point or caps lead, we have 400 points, they have 759. And our CV has 6,000 HP. A single strike from the Audacious might actually be enough to sink her. And that would plunge us into chaos, a little bit at least, because it becomes quite difficult to deal or find the last destroyer if you don't have a CV yourself. Okay, good. Never mind, the Aerroon managed to take out the Z-52 and we're gonna focus on the Tone, who seems to be coming closer for some reason. Ooh, nice! 18k, good. The Hakuryu has also managed to get behind the island. Oh, Tone's gone, excellent. So now I guess we only have to take the small Oh, that Odin is gonna show me broadside because she's gonna go behind the island, right? Yeah, she's going to go and contest B, which means she's gonna show me side. Hello, Tone, or sorry, Odin. But now we have the small task of taking care of the tier 10 Italian battleship, while we are in a tier 8 Italian battleship. Oh boy. At least we have the support of a Hakuryu and a Goliath and a Mainz, so perhaps it's not as insurmountable as it might seem at first. Also, she's on fire. But if she does turn in, it's going to be difficult for me to deal all that much damage. I don't have SAP and, well, my AP definitely cannot overmatch her. It does help when she just completely whiffs her salvo though. That's definitely helpful. Colombo does have 360 rear turrets, which means that as long as she's heading basically towards you, she can do all kinds of crazy maneuvers while still keeping most of her guns, or all of her guns, on you. And so her rear turrets fire, but we got the broadside of the Colombo. I don't know if I can citadel her. Well, I can definitely penetrate her though, and I guess that's good enough. And we have taken out the Colombo, and by we, I mean the team. Also, remember how I said we had 400 points and the enemy had 750? Well, they only have 2 ships left, and we have taken the points lead. They have the Wujing and the Audacious. Our Bismarck is low, she could very well go down soon, and potentially even Jonas and the Kid, but I think chances are slim on that one. Also, our Hakuryu could be taken out easily, but I think I am healthy enough that this game should be unlosable. Unless I detonate. I don't know if I have the anti-detonate. Oh, is that an Audacious? Broadside on, standing stationary even. Not sure if I aimed high enough, but it doesn't matter. She's broadside on, she's bound to get hit by some of them. 3 Citadel hits, and that's Confederate, which means my reload becomes even faster. I guess next salvo is gonna be on the Wujing. Never mind, if Audacious is visible again. Obviously we're gonna... She's reversing. Why is she reversing? That doesn't help her. Come on. 22k damage. Oh, look at that dispersion. Okay, that wasn't quite what I was hoping for. And the Citadel. She probably has like 3000 HP left or something. Bit unfortunate that we didn't finish her, but it's a bit too late on that, Audacious. You should have attacked me earlier. At this point, you simply do not have enough damage to be able to sink me. To defend yourself. I mean, we only have a 30 points lead, but I am confident that we're gonna take out the Wujing soon. And then the Audacious too. Or maybe even the other way around. I don't have to worry about these rocket planes. Sure, they'll do some damage, they'll start fires, but I still have heals and stuff, so I'm gonna be alright. Oh, hello Audacious. And I think that's goodbye, Audacious. I would be shocked if that doesn't finish her off. Goodbye. Always nice to sink the tier 10 CV. Okay. Jonas was taken out by the Wujing, but I think we're gonna be okay. Torpensen is still healthy, well, half HP. I still have more than half HP. So, yeah, I like our chances. And there's the victory. Well, apparently, in this match, it was also going to Rome. 1 million credits, 152k damage. 5 Citadel hits, a Confederate. Decent game, I suppose. 2780 base XP. By the way, look at that. The top 3 is our tier 8 division. All 3 is us, but 2780 base XP is pretty good. Hakuryu gets a compliment for surviving all of that. And if I had noticed the Goliaths earlier when I was playing, I probably should have complimented him too. 1.6 million potential damage isn't the greatest, but I really tried my best. And I bet doing all the damage through that Audacious added quite a lot of to the XP pool that I ended up getting. But I do feel that I played my part. I tried to save our CV by going after destroyers and all those other ships. After playing the Roma a few times last night, I actually started liking her more than I used to. She's actually decently enjoyable. These are the captain skills that I used. Emergency Repair Specialist, Grease the Gears, Adrenaline Rush. Emergency Repair Expert, Concealment Expert, Basics of Survivability, and Fire Prevention Expert. I don't know if these are the best ones, it's just what I had on the Italian Battleship, so I decided to just keep using them. Upgrades wise, it's also nothing too unusual. Concealment. This is the unusual part. I'm using steering gears. Usually I would use propulsion mod. I'm not really sure which one I like most, but I do like the 12.5 second rudder shift and the good turning circle. Feels pretty nice to have. Third slot, aiming systems obviously, then damage control and main arms modification 1 in the first slot. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.